Hey guys, it is Tuesday. I think it's July 6th. I don't know. I just came back from my weekly shopping, trying to get ahead on the fresh food that we eat from Costco and Wegmans, and trying to get back home and water things on time is, it's a real struggle. So right now, the weather is so wacky. Yesterday it was supposed to pour rain. It never did. So of course we didn't give everything a big drink. I did give it a nice drink the day before, but still, I mean, I hate to complain, but now I stood here for an hour watering everything, and first they said it might rain, then they said it wasn't. Now I hear rolling thunder in the background. So I just rolled up the hose, and I'm about to go back and try to fight the stupid squash bugs again, because they are absolutely relentless this year. Even though we're staying caught up on them, it's a lot, and they are very persistent and they're very hard to catch, but we just keep trying. So look at the lilies in the background. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. So I'm going to go back and give you a quick update on the corn, because it looks absolutely incredible. I hope you guys, before I forget to mention, I'm going to thank everybody who is subscribing and enjoying the videos. I hope you're getting something from it, whether it's learning something about tomatoes or cucumbers, or that you really enjoyed watching Aki yesterday or the day before walk through the garden with us. He absolutely loved it and enjoyed it. Look at the sky. Ugh. So let's look at some corn. Yeah, so here's the corn. It is getting very tall. It is getting beautiful tassels. And I was talking to you guys a while ago about brace roots, and I'm going to show them to you now. It's so cool when you have like a little corn forest in your backyard. But you see how the roots come out? And I had explained to you before with my hand that when they come out, they kind of look like little claws. And you'll be able to see that, especially on this ear here. You see my hand example. So there's your brace roots, and that means it's really going into production now, and it's really taking up the nutrients from the earth. So when you water your corn, if you decide to grow corn, never water it from the top. It's kind of like tomatoes. You want to water it from the bottom, because nothing drinks from the top. It all drinks from the roots on the bottom. So you want to give it a deep watering, because the deeper your water is, the deeper your roots are going to go to drink. If you give things in the garden and your lawn a surface watering, all the roots are going to turn to the top, and they're going to try to drink from everything that's at the surface, and all they're going to get is scorched. So then there goes your plant. So I make sure to give this a very deep drink. Corn is not only a heavy feeder, it's a heavy drinker. So you have to make sure that you give it everything it needs, or the roots will turn up on you, like I said, and you'll just lose everything. So right now, this corn is way over my head, approaching 7 feet tall at this point. We actually have blackberries, side note. They are starting to turn color. I would go in here with you, but this is a whole ordeal, having this little thing tied off, because the birds get in and they eat all the berries. And one day a catbird got in, and it was sitting here just eating strawberries. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. So all it takes is one bird. So I think next year we're going to rethink the berry patch, try to get that resituated. But for now, we have a storm coming, and I'm trying to make sure, hopefully we don't have any wind, but if we do, everything will be well quenched, and the roots will be deep, which helps keep everything stable in its base as well. Because what I was trying to explain is, if another thing that happens when your roots turn up to drink is you have a shallow plant. So if a big heavy wind comes, you have a very great potential of your crop going down. But check this out. We are officially just days away from vine ripened Jersey tomatoes. Oh my goodness. We are so excited. So while I was back here watering, I thought, let me go get the camera. You know, if you guys are tired of garden vlogs, I get it. But I hope you'll watch because this garden has grown leaps and bounds. And if you go back to my videos from March, I had all of this entire garden in a little seed starter kit on my kitchen table and my back window under a grow light. And now, look, it's 100 feet long of vegetables growing. Look, Roma tomatoes, amazing. They're starting to turn a little color in there as well. It is a year for blight though, guys. Blight, see, this is blight. And I've been coming out here and heavily pruning everything over and over and over again, but it just never seems to be enough. And in the garden forums that I'm on, people are losing their gardens right and left. And it's very disheartening. Don't do what you see me doing right now. I am a very bad example and teacher. Check it out. I have attention deficit. Anyway, we live close to the base, and the airplanes fly over so low, sometimes I can see the nuts and bolts. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. Back to gardening though. The Marconi peppers are really doing incredible. I have to harvest these guys. I have a few Amish paste in here that are really nice and big. You see this here? This is where your flower was. This is where the plant originated, okay? If your tomato does not have enough calcium, phosphorus, and everything that it needs, it's going to get blossom bottom rot. Now we have a few that are suffering, and I pulled them off yesterday. But you know, that's not a good sign. That's a sign of something being unhealthy, and we're not sure what happened. It seemed to be isolated, and I pulled them off. But these are things that you want to look out for. Oh, here's my Cubanellas. They're doing really good, growing like crazy. I'm trying to wait for them to striate and change colors before I pull them. These are more Amish paste tomatoes, looking really good. They're going to get really nice and big. It is so hot out here, guys. Look, there's another tomato changing color. Look at all these tomatoes. This is like tomato heaven. This light is crazy out here today. And at least there's no sound of lawnmowers like usual. Look, Bright Lights Cosmos, gorgeous. Borage. Whoop. Keeping everything happy out here. There's another giant tomato turning colors. So we're pretty excited. So I wanted to make sure I showed you this because this is everything that we wait for now. So the garden is starting to explode. Oh my goodness, I have all of these shishito peppers. I should harvest them. Just the other day, they were just tiny nubs, all these little flowers. Every flower you see is going to be a shishito pepper. I think these are $4 a pound this year, $5 a pound maybe at the supermarket. I'll plant so many, or harvest so many, I'll have to freeze them. And I wish I would have, finding out how well they freeze, I wish I would have grew more. These are jalapeno peppers. They have the most incredible flavor, you guys. When you just want to pan blister them, a little tiny bit of olive oil. You just put the pepper in. And what the shishito is a mild hot pepper. If you don't like hot, you can just take the seeds out. They have a very specific taste. The flavor, and these jalapenos, oh my gosh, the flavor of them, it tastes like they just came off the grill, even though they were just on the stovetop. This is turning out to be a really good day to show you guys what's going on because it's so overcast. These are the Borghese grape tomatoes. You can see everything's just moving along. Lots of flowers. Remember, every flower is going to be a fruit. More bright lights, cosmos. Really gorgeous. And here's my biggest Hungarian heart. It's coming along lovely. That'll weigh at least a pound, I think. And there's another one down there. So, recommendation for you guys. This is called Candy Floss Cosmos. It opens in the morning and then closes again at night. The pollinators have been absolutely loving it. And if you notice, we have marigolds and nasturtium planted everywhere because this is a fine balance of attracting pollinators and deterring detrimental bugs that do damage to your crops. So, and we have plenty of those. It's like I was telling you, these zucchini, the garden nemesis is the squash bug. And these zucchinis are doing great. I mean, I think we pulled, I don't know, at least 50 zucchini in the past week and a half. And John's just been cooking them by bulk on the grill and putting them in the refrigerator, and they hold up for several days. So it's, you know, I don't have to cook as often. But conquering the squash bug is not easy. So all you gardener friends out there will get it. But as the plant starts to get mature, it gets harder and harder to keep the squash bugs out of it because they lay eggs on the leaves and then they go down and they bore into the trunk. And I want to show you, this is what it looks like. It looks like it's been trying to get in. I don't know if you can see, it almost looks like sawdust is starting in there. That's the sign that we have a boar trying to get in or may have even gotten in, and they just lay a big fat grub in the stalk of the plant, and then it can't get its water and nutrients, and one day you come out and it's just wilted. So if you're growing zucchini, they always start out really great. You'll get some fruit. Very often you'll come out one day and they'll just be totally wilted over and you think you didn't give it enough to drink, but in fact you probably have a big fat grub in your stalk that's disrupting everything. So you have to stay on top of it. So anyway, guys, oh, I think this is going to be a big yellow marigold. So here she is, guys. We're almost the middle of July. Everything is now in high production, high maintenance mode. And I will be working, processing food through November because the tomatoes will output through November. And then when it gets too much of a frost, I'll pull them off green and let them sit on the counter, and I'll still be eating our tomatoes in December. But anyway, here she is. Very threatening sky coming, but it looks beautiful, and I just wanted to share progress with you. So I hope you tune in again, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from it, and check back soon, and we'll see pretty soon. Hopefully we'll have some tomatoes.